Hello, everybody. I hope you're all well, and we move into a brand new week on this Tuesday, the start of the week with regards to turffontein racing on the stand side track over 2,000 meters. The first of which is a work riders made in plate. Reminded about our X as well as our WhatsApp number to get involved. What's the good news is Daryl Marie. He spent a birthday weekend, and we want to wish him a very happy birthday and hope you had a wonderful time now. What are you now? What old are you nowadays? You're still in your 40s, eh?
47, Clive.
47, sure.
Yeah.
And you've been in racing since 17, 16.
What in
7.
Racing?
Yeah, long time, 40 years.
Since I was born. I was born
You're
on my uncle's farm,
Were you
Clive.
born with a computer for me in your hand?
I was born on my uncle's farm, Uncle James Marie, so I've been around horses since
your
day
whole
one.
life. And you rode some horses in once upon a time, didn't you?
I wanted to become a jockey. Obviously, I was turned down, being too big. So
Lovely.
there went my dream.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Happy birthday, boy. Everything of the best.
Thank you. It could have been better, Clive. The weekend was
Tough.
very tough, yeah.
All right, let's get out of it this afternoon. Tuesday,
yeah.
What are we doing?
At least I had a smile on my face on Monday morning, Clyde.
Oh.
You know why?
No?
Because I saw Judgment Day being priced up at even money, and I had a good chuckle to myself because no one in the world will take under 2-1 this horse, to be honest. So I had a bit of a giggle. His price is absolutely ridiculous.
Too early.
Yeah, his debut was fair. I mean, that form line is shocking.
Yeah.
6 runners, all 6 unplaced. And you can see he clearly holds number 6 well loved on that effort. But Well Love showed good improvement in his second start. I thought that was a much improved run. And his Dam won over 2,000. Whereas Judgment Day, I've got my doubts over the distance. So I actually think Well Love's got a chance of reversing the form with Judgment Day. And then you can't discount the chances of District 12. Now, blinkers are removed, got Sam Massey in the irons. He's got a chance. And number 4, Duke of Oxford. Unsure of whether he'll get the trip. The Dam won over 2,000 if I'm not mistaken, but if he does appreciate the step up in trip, I'm certainly making him a huge player, yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. Even a horse like 3 Bells might have a little bit of a chance. Let me ask Darren Burrows what he thinks because it's bipart time. Darren, what's your take on the opener?
Good morning, Clyde. I thought an absolute one-horse race, Judgment Day in the race. His debut was good. I know it wasn't a strong field. I was actually at the course that day, and he looked a bit on the big side, and I thought, this horse is going to take a bit of time. He needs a long run in. He needs ground. And last time out, I wouldn't say there was a disappointing run. I know he was favourite, but he stayed on one pace. They only outsprinted him the final 200 metres of the race, and now he's taking on a lot weaker. I expect him to go handy, and I think he'll skip clear the final 200. Okay,
so 2 different opinions. I know Daryl does like it, but it's a price factor. Daryl wants to, he believes it's more 2-1, 5-2 shot, but not to be taking even money at this point in time. Darren is quite keen, regardless of the price. First leg of Daryl's bipart: 3, 4, 5, 6, by 4 and 6, by 1, 3, 4 and 6, by 10 and 14. By 5, 10 and 13, by 2 and 4. 384 Rand bipart perm. Second race on the card. This is one of those juvenile races. Most of them haven't run over here. It'll be interesting to see what they're all about. Sean Terry's got the favourite. Well, Richard Fourie, as I understand it, is not going to be riding at the meeting. So make a note of that. Look out for jockey changes and all that sort of stuff. Darren, I don't know anything about number 4, Ring-a-Ling, but the market tends to know something. They've got it 18-10.
Yes, Clyde. The Dam there's a lot of speed in the Dam line, but it is by Futura. So it's debuting over 1,000 meters. Sean Terry gets them ready. This could be the horse to beat, but they're all first-timers barring number 7 in the race. So horses like Kindred Heart from the Brett Crawford stable could run well. There's a lovely pedigree here, Famous Lady, a talk of the town out of Lady Val. There's a lot of speed in this pedigree. And I see Alson Zelana bids Samanga Kamala on debut, and that's any price. It is a 800 meter, sorry, not 1,000 meter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I don't know anything. We'll find out obviously when we're at the race course and we'll know more about it. In terms of bipods, how would you have played something like this?
Yeah, I'm sure this filly must be fancy, Clyde, because Richard came up basically for 3 rides for Mr. Terry, and he picked up a few others. But I'm sure Mr. Terry must have said, "Listen, I'll hopefully give you two winners at least." Like Darren touched on the dam side, there's a lot of speed. The dam won 3 times over the minimum trip. And Sean Terry's very good with his juveniles. I just want to say thank you to Olsen, Robin, and James from the Brett Crawford yard for their comments in the front of the computer form. Olsen says, "We'll need the experience." Same can be said about Robin's filly number 2, It's Away. James says, "Working well, if not green, place chance."
Okay.
Now, Clyde, on the weekend, Sarah from the Paul Matchett yard said to the owner of, who was that filly that won? Of theirs, Sugary Sweet,
Yes.
right? Said, "Don't come racing on the Saturday, but come racing on the Tuesday."
Ah,
Now, here's one of
They got a
the
baby, yeah.
Spong-owned runners on Tuesday, number 6.
she's a miracle.
She's a sister to, a full sister to Chocolate Nemesis, who's won twice over 1,000 and 1,200. Watch the betting
There.
market with regards to number 6. It could be fancy.
But Richard Ferry not riding, right? We've confirmed that. Huh?
yeah.
Okay. Bipods, what else? No, we know bipods, sorry, PAs. What has Daryl gone and done here? Let's have a look at the place accumulator. 4 and 6, now that we know about She's a Miracle, it's in the play with a 4 ringaling. By 1, 3, 4 and 6. By 10 and 14. By 5, 10 and 13. By 2 and 4. By 1 and 2. By 1 and 6. So this is another maiden juvenile fillies over 800 meters in the running of the third race this afternoon. Let's take a look at, there's 7 of them, I beg your pardon. 4 of them are run and 3 of them haven't. So we'll have to just work out what that's all about and get some idea. From a market perspective, well, let me just see what they're saying. It's Candice Dawson's horse, Address the Nations at favourite this Monday afternoon at 22 to 10. Number 3, Fire Attack, is the second choice. And that's priced up at 5 to 2. And then you got 33 to 10 about the third choice, number 4, Guerrilla Warfare. Daryl?
Yeah, Claude, just for those that are watching on YouTube, I did make a mistake in race 2. I said she was a sister to Chocolate Nemesis. She's actually a sister to Chocolate Bomb. The dam was Chocolate Nemesis. But anyway, on to race 2. Here's another Brian and Terrence Bong juvenile, number 6, Ready, Set, Fire. The dam was very good. She won multiple races, probably 9 or 10 races, Clyde, between the distances of 1,200 and a mile. So watch to see if there's any support for number 6, Ready, Set, Fire. Number 1, we all remember her dam, Madam Speaker. She was basically the Eastern Cape champion filly. She also won close to a dozen races. I see there has been a bit of anti-post support for her in the markets, or for him. So I'd like to see how he goes. Of the race runners, numbers 3 and 4, there's very little separating the two of them. I think they got more staying pedigrees. So I'm actually leaning towards the first timers over here. In saying that, Clyde, they weren't beaten too far by the second place runner, because we all know Almondsey trotted up on that occasion.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning towards numbers 1 and 6. Respect for the 2 that have had a run.
Okay, so Daryl on the sides of the first timers. Mr. Burrows, which one? How are you playing this?
Well, Clyde, the anti-post support came for Address the Nation, the first timer, the one world out of Madam Speaker. Now, Madam Speaker won from, I think it could have been 1,000 to a mile. She was a 10-time winner from 23 starts in PE. So there is enough speed in the pedigree to go well on debut. Horses like, Fire Attack and Guerrilla Warfare, there was only a length separating them on debut behind that impressive winner, Almondsey. They could run well. And of the rest, the Matchett runners, numbers 6 and 7, also have some speed in their pedigrees. So let's follow the market with regards to first-timers on debut. But it could be very tricky. I think the pick 6, you only need 2, 3, 4, and 5 to survive, as they're the only race runners.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's have a look at your pick 6. This is the race is named in loving memory of Jermaine Craig. maiden juvenile plate. So Darren's pick six is 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 12, 14 by 10, 12 and 13 by 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 and 9 by 1, 2, 4 and 5 by banker 1. Welcome back, race number 4. This is a maiden plate and we're going over 1,600 metres. Does appear to be quite a challenging maiden plate in terms of the market. On the Monday when we did the show, the favourite number 12, Resort Finale, is at 5-2 for the Wayo Malwing stable. Number 12 on the card, Storm Brasco, is the second choice and that's priced up at 3-1. Next best in the market on the Monday was number 3, Feel All Right. And what price is that? That's currently priced up at 6-1, and you can get 7-1 and better about the others. All right, Daryl, it's jackpot time. Rachel Venika's yet a ride. What's the case?
Yeah, before I start my preview, Clyde, go on to replays and watch number 14's latest start.
Number 4, Storm Brasco.
Yeah,
Okay.
while I chat about him.
All right, I'll do that.
Excuse me, Clyde. Firstly, let's touch on the favourite from the Wayo yard.
Yes.
Wayo, Washong is going to kill me. It's from Washong's
It's
yard.
Washong, I beg your pardon. Yeah.
Washong is going to kill me. Sorry, Washong.
Kill all of us.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to touch on number 12, Clyde, because Washong has been kind enough to give a pre-race comment. And this son of Ideal World is huge. I don't know if you've seen him. He's massive. And the comment is, will need the run. So I'm basing my judgment on this race against this horse because Washong has said he will need the run. So I'm looking elsewhere. I wouldn't be shocked to see him win. I mean, I thought by now I would have come back as a Gelding because he's so big. But anyway, I'm looking past him because of that comment from Washong. Yeah, Clyde. Storm Brasco. Now, if you watch his latest start on the inside track, turning for home, he was under the pump. He was going to run midfield. And he absolutely flew in the latter stages, probably a furlong further, and he would have gone very close to winning it. Now he gets the extra furlong, and he gets a long run in. At this stage, we don't know who's going to be on his back. I think it could potentially be Craig Zaki. But from what I saw in his latest start, this horse is going to win his races. I know it wasn't the strongest of lineups, but I'm really expecting him to reverse the form with the horse had finished ahead of him, and that was Feel All Right. And then Tyron Zaki had a winner, or he was interviewed on the day Force de Dieu ran, and he said, I made a mistake with this horse. He should have been gelded. And Yari is gelded a few weeks later. Based on his debut effort, he was close up to Just Nuisance, and he beat Jury's Duty. And there's a lot of Just Nuisance and Jury's Duty form in this race. If he's improved since the gelding, which I'm sure he has, he could be Storm Brasco's biggest danger. What do you make of that replay?
No, that rerun's unreal. Storm Brasco's it hung right across the track.
Yes.
From the stick, obviously. It was very green. One straightened, it took off in the closing stages. On that rerun performance, it's hard to beat. I mean, I don't know the
Love
quality of
the
the field.
inside track too.
Yeah, hard to beat. I don't know who's going to ride it. But what price is that horse?
I
Storm
saw
Brasco.
28-10 if I'm not
Yeah, I
mistaken.
don't think you can get too much 20 for too much longer. 3-1 actually. It's 3-1 as we speak. What does Mr. Burrows think of it? How have you read it, Darren?
Clyde, I've played the safe route. I've actually gone more horses in this race because, Storm Brasco, that was a good effort last time out. His debut wasn't bad behind Champempi, and he could come on. He is drawn out deep. Resort Finale, probably the best form in the race, but he's been rested since the 1st of June. He's also drawn wide. Force de Deux, good debut. The money was down last time out and maybe just took no interest. He's been gelded. You've got Feel All Right, who ran second behind Pocket Watt. He actually finished ahead of Storm Brasco by a length and a half. You've got Noble Metal from the Alec Led stable. The money was down last time out, but they put the blinkers on this time around. You could see good improvements. And of the rest, Lama Hall from the Mike de Kock stable and Puerto Plata also got chances.
Okay, so it could be one of those races. If the horses we chatted about don't feature, Darren, is of the view that you may end up with a result. And in that case, the jackpot's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 12 and 14, by 10, 12 and 13, by 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 and 9, by 1, 2, 4 and 5. All right, on to race number 5. It's a maiden class field over 1,800 metres in this particular event. 22 to 10 about that horse Beating Wings for Stewie Pettigrew stable. And the mowing combination number 13, Silky Jet, is the second choice. And Silky Jet 4-way is priced up at 5 to 2, I think. Let me have another check. Is it? No, 3 to 1. 3 to 1 about Silky Jet. And the Aussies have got a first time. I don't know anything about Mari's Cop. 7 to 1. Do you, Darren?
I don't, Clyde, but you know, this damn Stratos, she was a very good filly and she was quite speedy. I think she actually won up to a mile, if I'm not mistaken. She was a group horse. Now, it's by Gold Standard out of Stratos and it's got a 3 draw with Muzieni. And you know, Michael Azzi and Adam Azzi, they get a horse ready on debut. So this could run well. I'm leaning towards Beating Wings. I thought a good debut. I've looked through that form line and it's not bad because there's been a couple of places around her since then. So she's going to be my first choice from a deep draw. I'm hoping that she can get in. Others to consider: Silky Jet, 2 runs in KZN, first run in the province from an 11 draw. Could run well, and I don't know too much about number 14, a Silvana out of a Kabul mare on debut over a mile. So 10, 12, 13, and 14.
Okay. So quite a few. It's not the most cut and dried you've ever seen in your life, eh?
Yeah, no comments with regards to the first timers, Clyde. Number 14 is related to Sachdev. Number 12 is related to Orpheus. Remember Orpheus?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice horse. Okay.
Clyde, touching on the favourites, what number is she?
The favourite here
10.
is
She number 10?
10, 13,
Yeah.
12. That's the
Yeah,
order
I
of the
watched
market.
the replay, Clyde.
10, 13, 12.
She came out well, Beating Wings. She came out with a lot of speed, then looked for some cover. Caught a little bit flat-footed going through the middle part of the race, and then she stayed on it very well in the latter stages. She's got such a lovely long action about her. I don't know. Let's see how the track comes up on Tuesday. We have had some rain, but she's got a lot of scope for improvement. Number 13, Silky Jet. Now, she's related to Sunshine Silk, who won over 2 miles. So there is some staying blood on the dam side. But from what I've seen to date, this filly is going to be a different sort with the longer running. She takes some time to get going. So I'm hoping she can get in a prominent position from a wideish draw and get on her bicycle quite early, because I think this tasting mile is going to be more to her liking. And then I've got respect for number 5, Darling Harbour. She's so well bred. I really thought she would have done more than what she has on the track to date, but I watched the later start and the instructions were clearly to give her a chance, and she was very one-paced thereafter. She's better than that effort, and she's really unexposed of this sort of distance. So if she gets into the race early, Clyde, you can expect a much improved effort from the 5. So I went 5, 10, and 13.
Tell me about the other horse. Where did this horse run? Piggedly.
Yeah, what
Tell me
about
about
it?
that. The stable companion, the Aussie horse.
Yeah, there was
Any sort of chance? I mean, it's had, how many runs has it had? A couple, hasn't it?
Yeah, there was some talk about her first time out.
And I like the
didn't-
fact that Sugary
didn't
Sweet came
perform.
from there and won. I mean, the
Yeah.
second horse. No. Is it
No,
not in
she-
your top 5
She can improve, Clyde.
with
She
Kabila?
can I just had a look. The fillies that were around her were not too
Not
good.
strong enough, okay.
But she's only having a third start. If you want to go wide, I'd certainly not put you off.
Okay, well, Muzi's on the first timer and Kabila's on Piggedly. Well, we'll watch and see how it goes. We've got a race 5 worked out for you now. Let's get into some of the action and see what that information is. It's from Daryl. He's worked out a second jackpot. He's gone 5, 10, and 13 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, by 1 and 2, by 1, 2, 4, and 6. Let's hope the birthday boy is in form. 120 Rand is his jackpot. Welcome back. This is our 6th race on the card at Turffontein. The market is 7-2 the field at this point in time. Roy Magnus Malech is 7-2. Number 1 Litigation, you can get 4-1 or 5-1. You can get 11-2 about number 6 Savannah Storm, and the 3 Meridius, not without a chance, priced up at 6-1, and 7-1 and better about the others. A Pinnacle Stakes, Daryl, let's run over the mile. Let's talk about it and get an idea what's the best weighted and all those sorts of things in a race like this. What do you like?
Yeah, Clyde, wind back the clock to April. We were doing weighted to win from the parade ring.
Right.
And we had Mr. Gabriel Soma on course with us, previewing. Yes. And I spoke first and I said, I'm going with Gilded Butterfly to beat Bless My Stars in the WSP Gerald Rosenberg. I think that
was the race.
That was the race.
Right.
And he came on air and he said, what is Daryl Marie talking about? How on earth can I be tipping Gilded Butterfly? Anyway, the reason why I bring that up, Clyde, is if you recall, there was a heavy downpour just before the race or a few hours before. And this filly clearly loves this thing out of the ground. I don't know how much rain we've had.
Yeah.
We're doing this preview on Monday morning, but we did have some rain on Sunday, and there's more predicted for Monday. So she certainly loves this thing out of the surface, and she's well treated over here. You can see, because it is a Pinnacle, the weights favor the fairer sex over here. Best weighted is Lady of Power, followed by Gilded Butterfly, Tipsy, Tarragon, Tulip Tree. So the top 4 best weighted are all fillies and mares. So don't be surprised to see Gilded Butterfly improve now that this thing is out the ground. Melech ran a cracker last time out. Mr. Magnus' stable is now having winners. One Religion, Lysia's Love, Gar Gibson. He's having his peak run, well drawn. I think he's going to go very close this time round, although he's not well treated at the weights. He is primed to go. I mean, I think that's a great preparation indeed into this race. But if you like him, I've got respect for Meridius. Now, I know he's held on paper, Clark, but Meridius was caught 3 wide last time out with no cover. He looked to be in trouble halfway up the lane and he rallied late. So if you are playing wider, include him. But I think the race could be fought out between the numbers 2 and 4.
Okay. So Melech and Gilded Butterfly, perhaps those two. Darren, from your perspective, which I know that you label the one in the last race. I mean, I know we're waiting for Tegan's Champ. You also like Tegan's Champ in the last, or not? You're not sure?
I like him. He was just very green on debut. So
Yeah.
I've got a concern now that he's going around the bend.
Okay. And I know Darren's bankering Tegan's Champ in the last. So are you got a banker here, Darren, or are you covering up here?
Clyde, I have played the safe route, but I have tipped an each-way bet on Melech. Now, I liked his last run. He was only beaten a length and a quarter in the Charity Mile. He's run 2 lengths off Atticus Finch. He's a 4-time winner from 8 starts, so there's plenty more to come. He's got the draw. I know Meridius was on his heels last time out. In the computer form, it says Meridius had every chance, but I don't think he had every chance because he was caught 4 deep around the bend. So he's got to come into the play. Of the rest, Tulip Tree, I thought she's a runner. Her sprint up last time out was a cracker, and she's going to improve. The long run-in's going to suit. And obviously, Gilded Butterfly, she's got all the ability. It's just that she's not best over a mile.
Okay. Well, that's the latest from Darren. In Melech is a serious candidate. He's a lot of ability. We've seen Roy Stable come into form as well. So although Darren does sort of indicate there could be a few in here, Melech's an each-way opportunity. Now, Daryl's worked out the pick 3, races 6, 7 and 8. He wants to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 by 1 and 2. And whilst that horse at the back does look quite hard to beat Tegan's Champ, Daryl's just a little concerned about going around the turn and has therefore gone 1, 2, 4 and 6. And that's a 40 Rand pick 3 from Daryl Marie, the birthday boy today. That's it from the Betway team. Trust me, in a good one. Thank you very much for watching Weighted to Win. We'll be back with you during the course of the week.